My weight loss journey isn't an average story because weight loss wasn't really my goal. My goal was, my main goal was to improve my mental health. All through my childhood and my teens, I was actually very much underweight, and it caused a lot of problems. And it's funny Jen should mention baggy clothes, because I discovered baggy clothes in high school, and I thought it was the greatest thing since sliced bread, because that meant it covered up how skinny I was, and the kids didn't laugh at me anymore. I started to gain weight in my late 20s when I started medication. And I went to way over 200 pounds. At my heaviest time that I know of, I was 225, but at that point, I refused to weigh myself anymore. And by the time I felt the courage to step on the scale again, I had dropped back down past that. So, and as a matter of fact, I brought something to show you just how big I really was. These were my shorts that were very tight on me at one point. And now I can fit two of them in there now. I have bipolar disorder. And when my mental health got to a point that I couldn't take care of myself, I got scared. I should have been in the hospital, but I refused to go. I was terrified about ending up there because I thought that would be the end of my whole life. And though fear is not from God, He used this fear as a force in my life that brought me many blessings through my weight loss journey. In order to save my own sanity, I knew I had to do something. And I knew I couldn't have a healthy mind without having a healthy body. So the first step was to lose weight. Fear of what would happen to me if I didn't push myself very hard was my driving force. I lost weight with the use of an online program called sparkpeople.com. They have taught me that about healthy living. They're not a diet. They are a healthy living program. And they have the tools that I needed to stay on track. They have food and fitness trackers, journals, blogs, goal-setting tools, access to professionals of all kinds, and most of all, the support from the other members. And I could not have done this weight loss journey without them. It would have been impossible. The support was awesome. I originally lost 75 pounds, which was my goal weight. Since then, which was about 3 years ago, I've gained back about 15 pounds. And my new weight loss goal is a total of 85 pounds. My biggest obstacle is working out on a regular basis, especially during the winter. I found that I fell in love with power walking, so I go to the park and power walk around the lake. But in the winter, I really, really don't like going out in the winter. So it's hard to get motivated in the winter time. I try to eat healthy by eating regularly and cutting out processed foods and white flour. I discovered through my tracking that some foods were causing my bipolar to go into bad episodes. So I've cut out these, what I call trigger foods, things like artificial sweeteners and processed cheese, and I eat more foods that are good for mental health, like almonds, oatmeal, salmon, berries, and spinach. I have a couple of good moments in my weight loss journey. My skinny jeans. I had a bin full of clothes in my closet for a good 12, 15 years, with all my skinny clothes from when I was, really skinny. And I got to the point one day when I thought, okay, I think my skinny jeans should fit now. So I pulled out the bin and I went through all this clothes. And first of all, I thought, what was I thinking when I bought some of this stuff? Some of it was like, okay, I guess anyway. But I tried on my skinny jeans and they were too big. So that was kind of a really cool day. And another day, I was getting ready to go somewhere, because all through my weight loss, my overweight years, I tried to avoid mirrors as much as possible, because I didn't feel it was my face looking back at me, and it was a very uneasy feeling. So I was getting ready to go somewhere one day, and I was wearing just my underwear, and I'm running around my room, and I'm doing about 12 different things at the same time, and I caught myself in the mirror, and I started to cry. All I could repeat to myself over and over was, that's me. That's really me looking back at me. And I couldn't believe it. It was the first time I'd let myself see, and at that point I had lost about 50 pounds. The first time I let myself, so that was, it was a very good day for me. I have come to learn through my journey that healthy living has 3 segments: body, mind, and spirit. And if any one of these is not healthy, the others will be affected. The most important tools that you need for healthy living are the right mindset, motivation and determination, and education. I can't stress enough the education. You need to educate yourself on healthy eating and creating and keeping positive attitudes. I could go on and on all night about the specifics of healthy eating and safe exercise routines, but the bottom line is that to lose weight, you have to burn more energy than you're consuming. Things like preservatives, chemicals, artificial sweeteners, over-processing, hormones, all inserted into our food supply are things our body was never designed to live with. When I changed my diet and began working out regularly, just some of the things that happened to me were my energy increased dramatically. I was practically bouncing off the walls half the time. I got improved test results at my annual physicals, which leads to an increased lifespan. My self-confidence was raised drastically, and there was a vast improvement in my mental health. I mean, I can live by myself now, and I've built a good life for myself. There was a time I couldn't do that. All the fancy programs, books, science, diets, and advice all boil down to 2 things. A healthy diet and regular exercise is what it takes to lose weight and be healthy. All through my weight loss program, I lost a lot more than just pounds. Everybody's list is going to be different. But some of the things that I lost were a closet full of overweight, oversized clothing, a ton of guilt, embarrassment, shame, self-hatred, fear, hopelessness, unforgiveness, a bunch of bad habits, and a number of health issues. I've gained a lot as well. Some of the things I've gained is I have found a new love and a talent for writing through blogging about my journey. I also discovered that I am indeed a people person, which was a huge surprise to me because I always thought I wasn't a people person. I found that I am much stronger than I ever thought I was possible. I am capable of pushing myself very hard. I love to challenge myself. And I also found joy in being told so often that I am an inspiration to others. So changing your diet and exercise routines can literally change your whole world. Because I chose this path, my body feels better, I have more confidence, I was able to reach out for better medical support, and I was able to join this church where I have made new friends, I've grown in my spiritual health, and I've learned to build a new life for myself. This in turn has improved my self-esteem, my ambitions, my faith, my relationships, and my overall quality of life. So if you're looking for some drastic changes in your life, take the first step and start eating healthy foods and cut out processed foods and get active. On the days when I struggle the most, I have 2 mantras that keep me going. One is, you're only a failure if you fail to keep going. As long as you take that next step, no matter how small, you're not a failure. And the other one I learned from a devotional, which was from one of the Proverbs 31 ladies, and it says, I was made for more. So I never forget that. No matter how bad of a day I'm having, God reminds me I was made for more. Thank you.
Anyone have any questions for Carley? One thing that I was asking both Jen and Carly, is it difficult to look at the photos, the before photos, or to publicize them?
Yeah, it is. It's very difficult. And some of those two, I can remember when they were taken, I mean, I knew I was overweight and I didn't feel good, but I didn't see myself as that big. And when I saw photographs, it hit me like a ton of bricks. It was really scary because I started to wonder, you know, about all these health issues. My father had a heart attack, and I thought, I wonder how close am I to having that happen, you know, and it's all because I'm overweight.
Any other questions? Thank you, Carly. We know where you are. We have more questions about healthy living, and I think it's very interesting too that you touch on more than just weight, like you're saying.